Hey folks, Ben Greenfield here from the Rockstar Triathlete Academy. I'm getting packed up to go down to Ironman Hawaii, and I wanted to give you an idea of some of the things that I throw into my bag when I'm traveling to a race. And one of the things that I always think about when I'm packing for a race is, what will I do if I get stuck at an airport, if I end up in a place where I don't have access to the type of foods that I want, if I end up in a place where I'm not able to get any training sessions in, will I be prepared? So what I'm going to show you today are some of the ways that you can stay prepared. So I've laid out some things here, and the first that I'm going to go over are some nutritional items that I always travel with. So this is oil of oregano. And oil of oregano is an antiseptic that tends to do a really good job killing bacteria, especially airborne-based bacteria, as it enters into your mouth while you're traveling. And so what I'll do is I'll put a few drops of this. This is mixed in a 7-to-1 ratio with oil so it doesn't burn. But I'll put a few drops of this under my tongue when I'm traveling before I get onto the airplane. And it does a really good job at antiseptic activity. I'll also put a few drops into a glass when I'm at a hotel room or checking into a condo, just to make sure that I kill anything extra that's there. So that's kind of my immune system protectant. Now, kind of along the same lines, for the vitamin C, but also for the electrolytes to stay hydrated while I'm traveling, I'll take an electrolyte capsule, an electrolyte tablet. This is the Noon electrolyte capsules, and these will dissolve, and so when I'm on an airplane, I'll ask for a glass of sparkling water, regular water, drop one of these into the water, and I'll also use these quite frequently while I travel. I wouldn't recommend doing more than about 3 per day. You'll tend to get kind of an upset digestion, I've found, if you do a lot more than 3. But generally right around 3 per day does a really good job at keeping me hydrated, keeping the electrolytes on board. The next thing that I'll do is I'll take a few scoops of a meal replacement powder. Now this is made by a company called Living Fuel. It's a carbohydrate protein blend, but it's all natural stuff. There's no artificial sweeteners or preservatives in here. It's hemp protein, pea protein, and there's about 60 different types of enzymes and probiotics and vitamins, minerals, herbs in there. But essentially this is a full meal that actually is good for my body, and so I'll put some of this into a Ziploc bag. I can take a few scoops of it, mix it with water, and have that as a meal. If I'm stuck in an airplane for 3 hours on a tarmac, I don't have to eat peanuts all day. So the next thing from a nutritional perspective, and the last thing that I make sure that I have, is some type of greens supplement, so that if I don't have access to vegetables, fresh fruits, etc., I can still get a lot of antioxidants and superfoods from something like this, which has, this one's called Enterprime, but it's got spirulina and green blue algae and just a ton of different mushroom and herbal extracts to really help keep my immune system on par and also keep my nutrients pretty dense if I'm in an area where I don't have access to nutrient-dense foods. Okay, next thing is magnesium. Magnesium is really great for keeping blood flowing to your legs or to your extremities. It's really good at decreasing soreness. I'll always put a few sprays on while I'm traveling. Interestingly, it's also really good at relaxing muscles. So if you're having trouble sleeping while you're traveling, if you're getting a stiff neck, etc., if you're in a hotel room and you can't get to sleep, if you have pre-race jitters, you put a few sprays of this on your traps and your upper neck and kind of your head area. You rub it in, and you really feel a lot of really good relaxation. It also assists with soreness in the legs. So I'll go with the magnesium as well. Okay, the next thing that we'll move on to is this Compact Sport Elite unit, and this is a electrostimulation unit. It allows you to do something like give yourself a massage, even do a workout in a stationary position. So if you're stuck in a car or an airplane for a long period of time, you can kind of keep your muscles humming with a device like this. It comes with some cables and patches that you attach to the muscles, and you essentially can do a workout while you're on the go, or get some muscle stimulation like a massage while you're traveling. Okay, I always travel with some type of a stick. This is a muscle track. It's great for rubbing out tight muscles, keeping your muscles from getting too adhesed while you're traveling. If this fits in my bag, I'll take it. If it doesn't fit in my bag, a lot of times I'll deprioritize this, because usually you can find like a tennis ball or a golf ball or something like that while you're traveling. The same goes for the foam roller. This is a smaller trigger point therapy foam roller. This will fit in a backpack or a travel bag, the same as a sleeping bag would, and allow you to give yourself a foam roller session. I don't prioritize this. I pack all the rest of my clothes, and if there's room left over for a foam roller, I'll put it in there just to be able to give myself a little bit more intensive massage therapy. Okay, next is this deal in this red bag. I know you're wondering what's inside the red bag. These are swim cords. So swim cords, cables, and paddles, and this allows you to, in a hotel room, airport, wherever you happen to be stuck without access to a gym or a pool, it allows you to simulate a swim workout. Because let's face it, it's pretty easy to simulate bike and run workouts by running, climbing flights of stairs, doing squats, lunges, etc. Swimming is a little bit more tough, so that's where these stretch cords come in. The next thing is compression gear. This is a compression sock that really isn't designed for racing. It's made of a fabric that makes it a little bit tighter, takes a little bit longer to put on, but because of that, you also get better compression out of something like this. This is made by a company called Recovery Sock. It's called the Recovery Sock, and I'll wear this when I'm traveling in favor of like traditional compression gear that you'd wear while you're racing. Now, especially when you're traveling to races to assist with blood not pooling in the legs, and then from races to assist with blood clots not getting free and causing some issues with thrombosis and some dangerous issues. I'll always wear some compression socks or compression tights while I'm traveling. Just in case I get injured or tweak my muscles, this rock tape can kind of keep something put together in a pinch. It's kinesio tape. You'll see a lot of the people in the Tour de France and a lot of Ironman athletes, people of that nature, wearing this stuff on affected joints. If I tweak a joint, twist an ankle, tweak a knee, etc. while I'm traveling, this will at least keep me put together till I can get back and see a physical therapist or a sports medicine physician. So I like to throw the rock tape in there as well. Now, what are we missing that we haven't talked about yet? First of all, Flo, the fish, does not come with us when we travel, although Flo is on the travel gear table right now. The next thing, of course, is you'll want to take a little bit of reading material, of course. So, that is kind of the start of what you'd want, the bare minimum when you're traveling if you want to really be healthy, if you want to be comfortable, if you want to be de-stressed, if you want to not miss your training sessions. Those are the type of things that I'll shove into my bag. It takes a little bit of extra preparation, but it's really worth it.